Individual challenge number 11. Let's look at number 1. Noah bought $5 or 5 pounds of onions at $2 per pound and a bag of salad greens for $4. How much money did he spend? All right. So how many bags or how many pounds of onions did he buy? $2 per pound. So let's take that. Let's take our 5 pounds and $2 per pound. So it's 5 times 2. And then he also bought a bag of salad greens for $4. So we're going to do 5 times 2 plus your salad for $4. Whatever you get is how much money Noah spent. Okay, number 2. Marco paid $36.89 for 8.6 gallons of gas. What is the price of 1 gallon of gas? So in this case, of course, since we're talking about money, $36.89 for 8.6 gallons, and we want to get it to 1 gallon. Your money will go into the house. And your gallons will go outside because you want to get it down to 1. You can't have a decimal outside, so you have to turn this into a whole number, so move it over once. Whatever you do outside the house, you have to do it inside the house, so you have to move this over once. And now shoot the decimal up. Okay, and you finished the division, and you need to put per pound, how much it cost per pound. All right, and I want to see all your work. A grocery store sells snacks by weight. A 6-ounce bag of mixed nuts costs $3.60. Predict the cost of a 2-ounce bag. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can divide it and get it over to see how much it costs per one, or you can set up your proportion. So you can say, of course, your words first, what you know and what you need to know. So what I know is there is your ounce over your cost, which is money. We have 6 ounce that costs $3.60. We need to know how much 2 ounce costs. So 2 over X. We don't know. So this is where you will butterfly and you will cross multiply and divide. Okay? So now you have 6X equals 2 times 3.6. Okay? Once you multiply, you should get 6x equals 36 times 2 is 72. So $7.20. Okay? And now to get x by itself, you need to divide both sides by 6. Okay? And that will be able to get you how much it costs for 2 ounces. Let's look at number 4. 4 runners ran 50-meter dash. The times are shown in the table below. Who won first place, second place, third place, fourth place? I'm going to leave this one to you to do on your own. Remember, first place winner is the one that's the fastest. Okay? So please order those in order. First, second, third, and fourth. Just line up your decimals or line up your place values and go from there. Number 5. Jenny's budget $2,000 a month spent on living expenses for her family. Complete the table to express the portion spent on each cost as a percent, fraction, and decimal. Okay, I will do one for you, and you are on your own for the next. We will do 3/20 or 3/20 is the fraction of transportation. Rent will be 0.6, and 25% is your food. So I will do transportation for you, and y'all can do the rest. So we know your transportation is 3/20. We know that percent is over 100. So if I take 3/20 and try to equal it to over 100, from here to here, what do I need to do? 20 to 100 is times 5, right? How do I get from, or what I do on the bottom, I need to do on top. So I also have to do 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. So my percent for transportation is 15%. Okay? To get this 15% into a decimal, we have to use our Dr. Pepper method. Dr. Pepper. And we're trying to get from percent to decimal. So we're going to move our decimal 2 places to the left. So from here, 1, 2. So I need to do it here. 1, 2. So this as a decimal would be 0.15. Okay? Just a hint for this one is same thing you have to do the Dr. Pepper method. In this case, you're trying to get to decimal to percent. Okay? So you're going to move your decimal to the right. Also, if you say this correctly in place value term, this is 6 what? It should give you your fraction as well. Okay? Right here for your food, 25%, you want to get to, you have to do your Dr. Pepper method. And this time you're going from percent to decimal, so you're going to go to the left. Okay, once you get that, I would suggest you to say it in place value term. And that should get you your fraction. And don't forget to simplify your fraction. Okay? Number 6. Which data value has the greatest frequency in the dot plot below? Okay, so which one do we see more of? 0, 1, 2, or 3? And you let me know. Which one do we see more of? The numbers in an ordered pair are called, the number in an ordered pair. So your ordered pair is X, Y, and I will tell you it starts with a C, and it's not a point. So it starts with a C. You need to go back into your journal and see what the numbers in an ordered pair are called. If you look in your journal, remember when we did the big C, that's where you should be able to find your notes over these. We had drew a big C in your journal. Or like this. Okay. So check out the notes and let me know. Also, your math lab code for today is going to be applesauce. So write applesauce under your name. All right, this is a little blurry. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. All right, let's look at this. Number 8. Decide whether n equals 1.4 is or is not a solution. So to the equation n plus 0.6 equals 2.3. So you need to take this n and put it in for this n and tell me if it equals this. If it does, it's a solution. If it doesn't equal this, it is not a solution. So let me set this up for you. 1.4 plus 0.6. Tell me what it equals. If it equals 2.3, it's a solution. If it doesn't, it is not. Don't forget, line up your decimals. Okay? Number 9. Jenna deposited $400 into her bank account. A couple of days later, she withdrew $50. Okay, so deposit is a plus. Withdrew is a negative. The next day, she deposited 420 more. Okay, it's another plus. A day later, she paid her cell phone bill, which was $150. Paid, that's a minus. Write and solve an expression to show how much money she has in her bank account after these transactions. Okay, so she started off at $400. That's how much she put in there. Then she withdrew $50. Okay, the next day she deposited $420. And then a day later she paid her cell phone bill, minus $150. Okay, so this says write an expression. We did. And solve. You're going to solve it. So follow through and tell me how much money she has in her bank account after these transactions. Number 10. A marine submersible descends more than 50 feet below sea level. As it descends from sea level, the change in elevation is -5 feet per second. Write an inequality and solve how many seconds the submarine descends. Okay, so you need to understand that every second is descending 5 feet. It descends more than 50 feet. More than 50 feet. As it descends, it changes elevation. So it's going to descend more than 50 feet. Okay? So our inequality, we have it going down 5 feet per second, so S. Your inequality symbol, and it is descending 50 feet below sea level. Okay? You need to solve this like it's an equation. So how do you get your S by itself, your variable by itself? You do the opposite operation. Do not forget you're dividing by a negative, so something happens to that inequality sign.